What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 24 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best players you should be using right now in MUT 24 at every single budget. A lot of times when I'm live streaming over on Twitch or even on Twitter, people will reach out to me. They'll say, Pop, I got 300K. Who's the best user to pick up? I got you covered in this video. And in this video series, we cover a bunch of different positional groups over the weekend. We did the best quarterbacks at every single budget. Make sure you go check it out. And if you guys want to see gameplay with all of the new cards and the cards that we talk about in these types of videos, make sure you go check out my gameplay channel. We're going to link it down below in the comment section as a pinned comment. We put out full gameplays with new cards. We put out card reviews as YouTube shorts. It's going to give you all the gameplay footage you need to see. Now, before we jump into the best users at every single budget, I want to show you guys how to put a safety as a linebacker. And I know some of you watching this think it's common sense, but really it's not. I get this question asked a lot, a couple times a week, so let's cover it. In this video, we're going to talk about the best users, and we're going to give you the best options at safety and at linebacker, because we now have lurk artists, which is a great ability for linebackers, and they basically can jump now, and they're very usable in the game. So when you take a look at my defense real quick here, you can see at middle linebacker 1, we got Luke Kuechly, and then our safeties, if you look at our backups, we have Isaiah Palomar, we have Ronnie Lott, and then CJ Gardner-Johnson. Well, if we go over to the specialist screen, you're now going to see towards the bottom left, sub linebacker 1 and 2, there we have Isaiah Palomar and Luke Kuechly. So whenever I'm in a nickel coverage, those are my two linebackers. Whenever I'm in dollar, those are my two linebackers. When you're in like a 3-4 or even a 4-3, I don't think these things will work, and it can be different between, you know, different formations and whatnot. But basically on the field now, I can user control a safety at linebacker, and then we have a regular linebacker there, which is going to be good against the run, and because he has that lurk artist ability, he's going to get a lot of good user interceptions if we control him right. So if you're ever wondering how to set up your safeties as linebackers, that's what you're going to have to do. It works with free safeties, strong safeties. You can put two safeties in that slot, but because of lurk artists, I'm rocking Luke Kuechly there. Let's go over the best free options for your users first. The first one is Isaiah Palomar, who I can, you know, clearly show you that he's on my team and I'm using. Now, the problem with this card, I mean, he's great on the field, but if you didn't earn him, you had to watch the MCS Most Feared event. If you didn't earn him, it's way too late. Like, there's just no way to go out and get this card. But 6'4", 89 speed, those are the main things we're looking at, right? For a user, you can take all of the other attributes, but those are mostly going to come into play when the AI is controlling them, like the man in the zone coverage. Now, me, I like to switch back and forth between my users. I just showed you that lineup screen. It really is dependent on what formation or what side the running back's on when my opponent comes out on offense. So it's always good to have a user who has good user skills with the speed and height and whatnot. But if there's a situation where you're not going to be user and controlling them for certain formations or plays, you want to make sure they can, you know, they can cover, they can come up and stop the run. Now, if you never earned the MCS, the Most Feared Isaiah Palomar, you still have a few days. It ends this week, but if you want to go out and grind that competitive pass and you're fairly close to earning this J-Ron curse, he is a really good free option as a sub linebacker, as a user, also 6'4", and you can see he's got 90 speed. Now, his attributes coverage-wise aren't as good. 86 man is a little bit low. He doesn't have great hit power, but from a user standpoint here, 90 speed, 6'4" is all you really need. 85 tackle is decent, and with both of those players, I don't think you really need an ability. The abilities are really only going to come into play when we're talking about middle linebackers or outside linebackers as users, and the best free option at middle linebacker right now is going to be team captain Channing Crowder. Now, you can get this card up to a 90, and once you do that, you can actually put any team chem on this player, so you can get him up to 89 speed, which to me is pretty respectable. He also has good acceleration, and if you can get to a 50-50 theme team, then you're looking at 90 speed, 91 excel. He has good tackle, zone, and hit power are good, so that's going to be helpful in coverage and, you know, stopping the run. But overall, he's 6'2" as well. He's a pretty good card, and he can get lurk artists if you want to go ahead and equip it. So I told you guys we're going to cover, you know, safeties and linebackers. Those are your best free options. Let's go over the best cards under 100,000 coins. We're going to cheat slightly on the first one here, and it's going to be a safety, and it just came out this past weekend. Pat Tillman, this is his 88 OVR legend card. Now, the only reason I picked him, because he is 5'11", you really want to be looking for guys that are 6 foot and up, and the taller the better, but he's the only card at safety in our budget of 100K right here that gets 89 speed. There's like 2 players that maybe get 88 speed and a handful that get 87, like the legend Cam Chancellor is still a good option with 87 speed, and he's 6'4", but 89 speed for Pat Tillman, 5'11". He's still a safety. Like, he's still going to get those jumping animations. He won't get as many because he's not as tall, but I think for 100K on the dot, this is a pretty good budget option. But a better option under 100K, and this one will be at linebacker, is going to be the 87 OVR Luke Kuechly legend card. And the reason this one's good, I mean, he is 6'3", he's got the 87 speed, which isn't totally bad, but it's not great either. But he does get Lurk Artist for 1 AP. I think he might be the cheapest card in the game to get Lurk Artist, and he's only 75,000 coins. Your best users under 200,000 coins will start with 2 safeties. I'm going to give you 2 options here. The first one is 6'4" Gridiron Guardians Isaiah Simmons. I still have him on my no money spent squad, 88 speed, and if you need to let the AI control him, he's got 89 hit power, 85 tackle, 87 excel, 87 zone, 85 man. He can go out and play coverage. I know we're talking about users in this video, but he can play high safety as well. Just a very versatile card. Again, no abilities needed on this one because he's a safety. He's going to get those jumping animations. You don't need anything to make that work. And then the other option is a little bit faster here, also 6'3", is going to be Division Dynasty Ryan Neal, 89 speed, 6'3". He gives you the 87 zone. His hit power isn't good, his man coverage isn't good. So really, if you're going to be using this card to user him, that's really the only thing you want to do. You don't really want to let the AI control him or put him in coverage. If it's a specific run situation, he should be all right, but coverage wise, unless it's zone, you know, he's just not going to be very dependable. And this card actually goes for about 125K. By the way, that Simmons card, Isaiah Simmons, is about 136,000 coins, but you can get Ryan Neal for free. So if you play through your Division Dynasty solos at 100 stars, you're going to get an 88 overall fantasy pack that lets you pick any Division Dynasty player, and Ryan Neal is in that pack. So if you want to get that card for free, you have that option as well. And the best user linebacker under 200,000 coins is going to be Dave Robinson. So I want to show you the pricing between his Redux and his LTD just for a moment here, because obviously the Redux is going to be cheaper, and on average, according to MUT.gg, he's about 188,000 coins, but he has an LTD out there that's roughly about 400 to 410,000 coins, and he quick sells for 350K. So even though you'd have to put more money up front, getting the LTD, if you can get it between 4 and 410,000 coins, is the better pickup, because when you're done with it, you're going to recoup 350,000 coins, which means you're only paying about 50 to 60K to rent this card. So again, you're going to have to put a lot up front. It's like putting a deposit on this card, but once you're done with it, you're going to recoup the majority of your coins. And here is the card, which once went for over 1 million coins. He is an outside linebacker, but he's still a good user, 6'3", 88 speed. Again, getting a little outdated with the speed, but it's still pretty good. Block shed at 90. He also has 90 zone and 90 man coverage. Big reason why he was so expensive before he got the Redux card. And most importantly, he's going to get Lurk Artist, and he was actually one of the first linebackers in the game to get it. Again, another reason why he was so expensive, but still a really good pickup. And now that you can get him for either that cheap rental or 188K, I think a lot of you, that if you're on a budget, you should go out and get him. Now, the best cards to use are under 300,000 coins. I don't have any safeties to recommend for you. There just weren't any cards kind of in between that 200K and 300K price range, but there is a pretty good middle linebacker in Team of the Week, Jordan Hicks, 6'1", 89 speed, 88 block shed. He's got solid zone at 80, 87 hit power. I think he's going to be better suited in more specific run formations, but if it's a play action or somebody likes to pass the ball out of under center formations, he's still going to make a good user because he has Lurk Artist, and on average right now, you can get him for about 298,000 coins. Let's go to the best users under 350K. We'll start with safety, and we have most feared Justin Simmons, 6'2", 90 speed, 91 zone. He also has 92 excel, so he's going to hit that top speed a lot quicker. The things he's not good at are like run stopping and just generally man coverage. So 82 hit power, 80 tackle, and then 82 man coverage. This is a card that I would recommend. You strictly want to keep him as a user and don't let the AI control him too much. He can play high safety, but this video is all about those safeties as sub linebackers, and on average he goes for about 328,000 coins. and probably one of my favorite users so far this year, and he's still on my main team. Obviously, we showed you the lineup a moment ago, is going to be the full legend Luke Kuechly. So that 87 overall we talked about in the beginning of the video, he can get Lurk Artist. Obviously, this card can as well, and this one's just going to be a better version of the 87. 6'3", 90 speed, 90 zone, 92 hit power, 91 block shed, 87 tackle. He's good against the run. He's a good AI controlled against the pass, but more importantly, he's a great user because he also gets Lurk Artist. He's really tall and he's really fast, and on average, you can find him for about 350k on PlayStation. I did notice when I was doing my research on this video and on this card, he was a lot cheaper on Xbox. So if you're looking to pick up Luke Kuechly, you might want to go get him now. The best user under 450k, we don't have any options at middle linebacker. Just go with Luke Kuechly. But if you do want a faster safety out there, Ronnie Lott is a really good option. 6 foot even, 92 speed, which is basically without any chems or any boosts, is the fastest card in the game. There's a bunch of them out there with that speed, but he's one of them. 6 foot even, 92 speed, 92 hit power, and then he is good with the AI defending as well. 90 man, 91 zone. I currently play him as a high safety. I've had him as a sub linebacker a few times, but I think he's just better suited in coverage for me because of the man coverage, and that's kind of the style of defense that I run, but he is a good option to pick up as a user, and on average he's going for about 439k. And not only with this card, but all the cards we mentioned in this video, season 3 dropping this week, new competitive pass, harvest promo, you can see a lot of these cards get a lot cheaper in price as the week goes on. And then the best users we have are going to be the first one's extremely expensive. So Brian Dawkins, I mean, you know, one could compare him to Ronnie Lott and say they're pretty similar as far as the cards go. One might even make an argument and say Ronnie Lott's the better card, but Brian Dawkins, a really good option. The only problem is he goes for 1.6 million. Save your coins. And this is obviously coming from an Eagle fan, a huge Brian Dawkins fan. This card eventually will get cheaper, and as it stands right now, he's probably only this expensive because he's an LTD, and I'm pretty sure the Eagles have the best theme team in the game right now, so that's going to help. 92 speed on Dawkins, 6 foot even, 94 hit power, 92 zone, 90 man coverage. His tackle and pursuit are pretty bad, and Brian Dawkins having a card that has bad tackle is actually pretty laughable, but I guess EA had to do something to not make this card way too OP. But overall, a really good card, just not worth the coins. And then on the opposite side, the linebacker side for the best user in the game, it's got to be this brand new Derek Brooks, which is fairly inexpensive given what he can do. 522k. He is an outside linebacker, but he's got 91 speed. He is 6 foot even. So we see some of the better users be a little bit taller. Kuechly and Dave Robinson, 6'3", 6'4", and whatnot. But that 91 speed is, I think, the fastest linebacker in the game. 87 excel, 91 block shed. His tackle is really low. But another thing that's really good about this card are the coverage attributes, similar to Kuechly, but a little bit better on 91 man, 91 zone. Now, for my money, I'm still going to rock Kuechly because the zone and the man being 1 point different, I don't think you're going to notice a huge difference on the field, but this Derek Brooks card could be a good investment, kind of again like a rental with Dave Robinson, where you're going to get the majority of your coins back if you go out and buy him, even at 522k, and with that 91 speed, he's the fastest user linebacker in the game right now. And there you have it. Those are the best players to user at every single budget. Let me know who you're usering right now. Who did I leave off of this list? Who got snubbed? Leave it down below in the comment section, and thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.